Next topic. Would you work for fun? Would you work for fun? Okay, so you look at the organizational chart here. This is a typical new business. Someone comes in, they are the president, they are the marketing, operations, and finance. Typically, they have no marketing plans. They basically have a business idea, and they don't know how to, they got money issues. Okay, so they just got an idea, and they're the owner of the business, okay? Chief operating officer. Then they build a product that many people love. Right? Many people love, basically a couple of people that have heard about it accidentally. They've gotten a product, people love it. After that, after the initial couple of people that have purchased, they're shy to sell it to other people. They're sitting with friends of their dad and stuff like that, and they don't mention anything about their business. They're just kind of like, it's secret. Their business is secret. Shh. Don't tell anybody. I'm selling something, but don't tell anybody. Okay, so they're selling their private, they're too shy to ask for money, so they don't. And lo and behold, nobody pays them any money at that point, okay? And when they do tell people about money, it's usually built with so much fear that it makes the people so icky and uncomfortable with this person, right? They're like, I'd like to sell you something. It costs $9,000 a month. Right? The guy's like, are you okay? And the person they're talking to is not niche. It's like that auntie, basically. They were talking. Like, it's totally the wrong niche. They're addressing the wrong person that has no idea about this product, has no thing to sell. And this person was so freaked out by that experience, they're like, now they'll never sell. It was that English toffee experience. That's it. They're done with it. They go back to their employee job. The pawn, again, returns. Okay? There's a better way to do this. There was a brother who came to me and said, you know, when I graduate, I'm going to start this tutoring business, a math tutoring business. And I told him there's a better way, and I'm saying, I'm going to tell you this tip. It's coming from the Millionaire who went to Jannah seminar, and it's a tip that if you understand it, your whole marketing can be summed up in this. Will work for fun. So you got an idea, a hobby that you like doing, right? It's something that's fun, and it benefits people, inshallah ta'ala, and it has the ability to make profit. You understand your market, as we said. You focused first on who you're dealing with, your niche, and you see that, you know, these are the things that they're interested in. Okay, khair. So you got just like a general idea. What are they interested in? Now it's time to go to market. This brother that was going to do the tutoring company, when he graduates, you know what's going to happen to him? As soon as he graduates, he's going to be broke. Okay, because now he's got all the student loans, back to the asset income and stuff like that. He's broke. How long will it take before the Muslim community hears about his math tutoring company? How long will it take them to hear about it and actually put their children in? At least a year. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. That it's not going to be this year because this school has already started. And if some child comes, it's usually the child that's going to go to jail, and the parents are just trying to get them to, you know, at least pass, right? So it's going to give him a horrible experience. He's going to post some advertisements at the masjid, and nobody's going to even look at it, and that'll be the end of that. And he's going to come 1 year later, and he's going to say that there's no money involved in math tutoring. He's going to blame the whole system, and then he's going to go, I told him there's a better way. This is what you do before you graduate. Will work for fun. And if you do this, inshallah ta'ala, you will get people to trust you. So when it comes to your niche and your category, aunties, for example, they won't trust anybody. They'll go to Atiq. Atiq knows what he's doing. If we want our daughters to get married, go and speak to Atiq. For example, you become trusted in the category. So much so that there would be people even more knowledgeable than you, but you're the trusted one. Because that's just the way marketing works. I've been in places where people trust my fatwa more than like shuyukh who've graduated from Al-Azhar and stuff like that. Why? And I'm like, this is the sheikh here. This is the sheikh. If you ask me the question, I would ask him. So why don't you just go ask him yourself? And then this person who goes to the sheikh, this is actually an experience, and then they felt shy, uncomfortable, and then they came back. They're like, please, can you just answer it for me? I don't want to ask him. Even though he has 2 PhDs and he's the leading, source on the topic that you're asking, you'd rather ask Muhammad Sharif from Winnipeg. That's just trust. The person trusts you. No matter what you do, they won't go and buy from your competitor because they trust you. They're loyal. They become loyal to you. So this is the payoff from what I'm about to explain to you. The other payoff is this, that you will have a targeted group of people that are waiting with their money in their hand, waiting for you to produce a product so that they can buy it. Give you the example of the Iman Rush audio, right? If we produced a CD, who is waiting to purchase that CD when it comes out? Anybody here? Yeah, they want it, right? They're saying, are there any new CDs? Would you like to have customers like that? All you need to do is just produce something and send it out, right? Even, for example, like this event, Millionaire who went to Jannah, it's like people are already there. It's like, is there anything new? Any new projects that you're into it? We'd like to buy it. How would you like that for your company, right? People just waiting with their money open, and they want whatever you have to do. This is the idea here. This is how you do it in real-term words specifically, okay? So step number 1. Step number 1 is you publish an ebook. Step number 2 is you start an online newsletter. And step number 3, tie them together and give it for free. I will say it again. Publish an ebook. Step number 1. Step number 2, have a newsletter or publish a weekly newsletter or however the consistency of it is. Tie the two together and give it away for free. Our mailing list for Discover You is gigantic. It's a monster. If you go back to the assets, liabilities, and income expenses, when it comes to assets, your mailing list is one of the biggest assets, if not the most important asset that you have, is your mailing list. In fact, I have found that it's so lucrative to have a mailing list that you'd be willing to give out high quality, very expensive products for free, just so that people would come onto your mailing list. And the people who come onto the mailing list, it's not like you're abusing them. You're actually giving them more of what they want. They're telling you, we want this, and you're saying, here's more of what you would like. And here's more of what you would like. And here's even more of what you like. You just make them happier and happier. And then when you come out with the product afterwards, then you're giving them something. Let me give you this example as well. Our mailing list was at a certain level, and then I did something, and it was just generic. I just decided, I'm going to try this out. An internet strategy. I launched it, and alhamdulillah, our mailing list doubled. I'm talking about like maybe 40% more emails. Just boom, within 1 month. What was it? It was the Heartwheel Journal. The Heartwheel Journal. How many people have downloaded the Heartwheel Journal? Okay, so you see, like you guys are on that mailing list yourselves. Heartwheel Journal. What I did with the Heartwheel Journal is I had presented it to, I built that journal. It's like a 30-day journal of how to measure your ibadah. Okay, I did that for myself. So it's a high-quality document. I did it for myself. Afterwards, I presented it to the Discover You Life members, and other people didn't have access to it. It's just the Discover You Life members. And then in the 3rd year, I gave it for free to everybody. In fact, I recorded a series of videos on satellite TV where I was explaining each day in the Heartwheel Journal, and it's presented in Ramadan when people are thinking about what? About ibadah and increasing their ibadah in a measured way. So it's exactly what they're focused on, and this is like it's the Ramadan product, okay? And it's for free. So now with the Heartwheel Journal, and actually I had 2 ways of tracking. One of them was a mailing list for people who would sign up from the satellite TV station. And I had another mailing list of people who would sign up through word of mouth online marketing. Okay? What if someone took my Heartwheel Journal and posted it up on their website and say, hey, if you can't download it here, download it. Download it from Muhammad Al-Sharif, you can download it from my website. Meaning that people would take it, and now I wouldn't have access to collecting their information, making a connection with them. What did I do? On every footer of the Heartwheel Journal, it says, go to heartwheeljournal.com and sign up for, whatever, for free gifts or something like that. So the people, even if they downloaded it from a different website, when they open it, inshallah, all right? A lot of people don't open it, but if they did open it, they would be encouraged to go back to our website, where they would become part of our system, okay? Now, as I said, you create an ebook for your niche market, something that you're interested in, something like totally, like the example of marriage, okay? The example of marriage is easy. So a person is starting off a marriage database, website, whatever, blah, 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 right? And now they want to collect the market. So they make an ebook that's so tantalizing that no one would resist like not downloading this. Even if someone's already married, they just want to download it. It sounds. What would be a tantalizing ebook you could write? To do what? To make your spouse happy? I don't know. Top 10 ways to make any man fall in love with you. Any man. I said it's tantalizing, okay? Not some joke there like how to make your spouse like you and stuff like that. That's old school, man. That's like the shiuch. Those are their lectures. We're talking about like real hardcore, like someone downloads it. How do you get any man to love you? Through the kitab and sunnah. How many would like to download that? Okay, be honest. Just because I said it. Yes, even the men want to download it, right? Because they want to know what the sisters are reading. It's interesting. Everybody reads the opposites of their books, right? How to, outstanding husband, all the sisters buy it. Outstanding wife, all the husbands buy it. It's the opposite. Okay, so I'm just giving you an example on top of my head, but something you understand your market, you know what they're looking for, create something so irresistible. In fact, take your best product and make it the free thing. Now, it's already so irresistible, like who would say no to that? Everybody, and in fact, it's so beneficial that when they do download it, word of mouth starts kicking off. They start telling their friends, you've got to download, this is like the best. You have problems with your marriage, you got to read this, okay? Or whatever it is. So now the people then start, the word of mouth kicks in viral, as they say, over the internet. They start telling people, everybody comes to your webpage, there's something called a squeeze page. Squeeze, how many people know about a squeeze page? Okay, so squeeze is this. Is that how you spell squeeze? Hopefully. Basically, a squeeze page is a one-page website that you can do nothing except give your email and first name. So it's like first name, email. First name. Is your email. And it might have, for example, a picture of Naeem's blanket, for example, a picture of smiling Naeem. And it has, what would people who want blankets, what would they be interested in? How to make your own homemade customized blanket, for example. Let's suppose that's your niche market. And then it says, and it has, for example, an audio message here, even, like stop, pause. And it has the text. Basically, even if you're giving something for free, you have to sell it. How many times were you offered a free newsletter that you passed up on? Right? All the time. It's free, but you're like, I don't want them to get my email. I don't want to, basically people have trust issues. So they're not even going to take, even if it's for free, they still won't take it. So you have to sell it. Like all of this, so the text is basically explaining, this, how to make your own home customized blanket, blah, blah, blah. It's all this, and just put your first name and email, and I will send you this book. I normally would sell it for $35, but I want you to have it for free. So the person, everything is geared to just one thing. There's no links anywhere. They can't do anything. They can't get into the website. There's nothing except first name, email. So now they have a choice. Either they receive the free, highly valuable book, or they shut down your website. And most people, inshallah ta'ala, will shut down your website. But let's say a good percentage of them are putting in their name, email. Then they press enter, okay? Submit, or have a button that says, give me my book now. So they click on it. The next web page has a download link. This first name email has now gone to your mailing list. And immediately, the people start receiving messages from you. You can load up the messages as well, so it's automatically sent to the person. So no matter when they sign up to your website, they're just getting the newsletter. You can load up a whole year's worth of newsletters for the person. Really valuable stuff, right? Really valuable stuff. Not super too valuable on the newsletter, but you're giving tips, short things. People don't like to read long emails. Small things that are basically building up trust, and they realize that Naeem is the customized baby blanket expert. Now, come sometime later, Naeem has something to sell to them. I have a new product that I'd like to sell to you. He has a mailing list of how many people at this point? Let's be realistic. Let's say that 3,500 people have signed up. Nothing too big. 3,500 people have signed up. Does that sound big to you guys? 3,500? Okay. So let's suppose I'm maybe putting a mailing list that's even smaller. Let's suppose 350 people sign up for this mailing list. Something really like anybody can do. Usually having more context than that on your email. 350 people sign up. Naeem writes an ebook and is selling it for $10. 20% of the people on the mailing list buy it because they're receiving regular emails from this person. They trust him. This is a completely targeted group. Back to the example of the brother doing the tutoring business. In the tutoring business, what do parents want for their children? Do they want their kids to do good in math? Not necessarily. They want their kids to do good in school, for example. And math is one of the subjects. So he might come understanding your niche market. He's not selling to the students, he's selling to the parents. Do the parents come online? Where do the parents go? In general, you'd say no, the parents aren't necessarily online, or maybe times are different. He understands that his market is an online market. And then he creates a product that says, whatever, for example, 10 ways to guarantee that your child will, pass his exams. For example, that might not be the right thing for a market like that, but let's suppose that is the right product. That's the ebook. They come to the squeeze page, give me your first name, email, and I will, send you this book or this, whatever it is. They put their first name, email. He starts building up a mailing list. Let's say he has 1,000 people signed up to his mailing list. As the months go by and people are receiving newsletters, in September or in August when he launches his tutoring business, this is an advanced strategy which is called salting. Salting, where you basically, you have a launch date for your product. And you start sending out messages and marketing that, the day is coming closer. So you just don't shock the market with your product, but you give them preparation. The conference is coming up. The book is going to be released September 1st. And movies, basically, if you've ever seen like a trailer, they have a trailer that says coming March 2011. They're like, why the heck are you telling me about this now? Why are they telling you? Because you build up your expectation, right? You're like, oh, you know what? I heard that this thing's coming out. Did you hear about that? Like, no, I didn't. Well, I know first, right? So it's like you're building up this anticipation. If you're doing this online, this is when the webinars come in handy. So you'd say, you know what? Before my release of this book on January 1st or something like that, on December 15th, I'm going to have a webinar where I explain some of the tips from this upcoming seminar, this upcoming book that's going to be coming up. So you build up, and then that list, you'd say, please RSVP. You've seen, we've done that at Discover You. The RSVP list are people that care even more. It's not just the generic list. Now it's people who care even more to show up for. And the reason that we RSVP is because people will RSVP and not actually come to the webinar. So at least you know who they are. Don't just say, do the RSVP. So that people sign up to another more specific list so that you can get exactly who wants what. And even if you have multiple products, have different events for them where people sign up for different lists so you know that these people want this product, these people want that product, and this third group wants a third different product. And then you can start giving them extra messages based on those things. How many people are not familiar with autoresponders? You don't know what an autoresponder is. Anybody else? Okay. The general idea of an autoresponder, when I discovered autoresponders, I was like, this is the epiphany, one of the greatest happinesses in my life. Epiphany. Here is the old style of newsletters. Online newsletters is Yahoo Groups. Has anybody ever had a Yahoo Groups account? Okay. So you had Yahoo Groups. There was a brother at my Islamic school that he had a Yahoo group that was that dealt with dhikr. Every week he'd send people dhikr and stuff like that. And I had my own. I'd send out khutbas. And we were in competition to see who would get more emails and stuff, who could build their list. And he was in one office, I was in the others. And I'm like, how many people in your list now? And we were always in the 3,000, 2,500, competing at that. I emailed him a few days ago and I'm like, I crushed you. He's like, you crushed me a long time ago. The problem with the Yahoo groups is it is manual. There's no automation to it. Basically, you send out an email and it goes to the whole list. Next week, you have to wake up and send another email. The third week you have to wake up, send another email. You are required to send out the emails with Yahoo groups. The problem with that is you go on vacation, you get bored, you get lazy, you're disinterested in your topic anymore. The problem with this as well is that someone will sign up 3 years later and is really interested in this group, but the emails have long since stopped. Right? They've died out. Even though the emails were really good, this person who just came of age at this point now wants these, but nobody's sending them. And basically these groups came to an end. Along came autoresponders. Autoresponder. So autoresponder is just like the word says, it's automatic and it responds. Okay? So if you send an email to someone, you've sent an email to someone, hey, get me that thing and stuff like that, and then you get an email that says out of office. And it says, please be informed that I will be out of the office until, the next 3 months. Don't bother me and stop emailing me. And basically you got the message. So this is the email system working for you. Okay? Now that's a generic idea of what an autoresponder is. Now take this to a whole different level and realize that you can send emails to people without physically having anything to do with it. Like right now, as I'm speaking, people are receiving my emails. And I'll give you to the extent of how this works. Basically, these emails are loaded up, a whole year's worth of emails, and anybody signs up at any time and they will get emails from email number 1. Week 1. Success through the hadith or something like that. Success in Islam mailing list. Week number 2, week number 3. I've been to Hajj and I'll be walking by and then this brother goes, are you Muhammad Sharif? I'm like, yeah, I am. And he goes, Subhanallah, I've been making dua to see you. Where are you from, brother? I'm from Nigeria. We receive your emails in Nigeria. Jazakallah khairan for the emails that you're sending. And then this brother, I gave him my phone number. He sent me a text message, stuff like that. SubhanAllah, the sweetest du'as you can ever imagine. Did I send a manual email to this guy? No, I didn't. In fact, the emails are automatic and it has the person's name in it. So let's suppose someone's name is Chad. Assalamu alaikum, Chad. Someone's name is Ibrahim. Assalamu alaikum, Ibrahim. Someone's, and it can get really personal like that. Assalamu alaikum, Fatima. Get personal, just make them understand that, look, I don't know who you are. It's just automatic. So that's happened to me. Nigerians have come up to me. We receive email. Indians have come up to me, right? I go to the UK and some guys like smile. Any time I go into any room, anywhere in the world, and someone's smiling at me, I know they're on the mailing list, right? They're just getting it everywhere, yes? That's right, but I did send that one manually. Because you can send manually as well, which is when you start, all of a sudden, like people are getting autoresponders, which is actually, it's a perfect example that you gave there. All of a sudden, you have a new product and you have a new idea. Can you email these people? Yes. It's called a broadcast, where you just send them a one-shot type of email. Okay? And those will be special events. You know what? There's a special discount going on and, act now type of thing. And you've moved the people to action. So autoresponders, you can clone yourself. You can become like 500,000 people. You're not dealing with one person now. You're using the power of the computers and stuff like that to speak personalized to all these people, which as a physical human being, you couldn't do this. And now you have much more power available to you.